Okay, I'm not going to stop there. I mentioned 20 and I mentioned 60. So let's go to 20 now and see. So in trying to break down 20, expressing 20 as a product of prime factors, simple. Put down your 20, strike down, and then divide by what? The smallest prime number. And what's smallest prime number? 2. Okay, so you can use 2 to divide 20 out. Okay, perfectly. Now 2 in 20 is 10. Write down your 10. Can 2 still go into 10? Yes. 2 in 10 is going to give you 5. Wonderful. Can 2 still go into 5? No. So at this point, you have to dump 2. Please take notes. Let's not rush this. I want you to understand this. We have been told to express 20 as a product of prime factors. So we write our 20 and then we divide by 2 and then we now got 10 and then we now divided 10 by 2 and then we now got 5. So simple, right? I hope you're not confused now. But at this point, you can't continue with 2. Yes, you can't continue with 2 because if you divide 5 by 2, you're going to get a remainder. 5 divided by 2 is 2, remainder 1. You can't do that. If you do that, you will spoil the whole process. So you need to leave 2. It's time for you to tell 2 bye-bye and go to the next prime number, which is 3. But you can't use 3 either because 5 divided by 3 is going to give you what? 1 remainder 2. You don't need remainder, so you can't use 3. Go to the next prime number. And what's the next prime number? 5. Can 5 go into 5? Yes. Can we use 5? Yes. So let's go ahead. So be focused on this on your screen now. So 5 will now go into 5. 5 will strike at 5. And you get 1. So if you check your screen very well right now, at the left hand side of your screen, what are you saying there? You have 2, 2, 5. Okay, those are the numbers that you have used to break down that 20. So you can now multiply them and then you have what? 2 times 2 times 5 as the product of prime factors of 20. So you can now say 20 is equal to 2 times 2 times 5. That's your answer. But sometimes they may ask you to express a particular number as a product of prime factors in index form. When they make that statement in index form, then this answer, which is 2 times 2 times 5, all right, as an expression of 20, can now change to what? 2 raised to the power of 2 times 5. By expressing that 2 in power, you have now what? Tried to what? Put it in form of index. By index form, we mean you are raising the number by the number of times it was multiplied in the expression. In this case, 2 times. So our 20 is now what? 2 raised to the power 2 times 5 in index form. But if they don't mention index form, you can just leave your answer as 2 times 2 times 5 as an expression of 20. Simple! Okay, so let's go to the final question, 60. Let's express 60 as a product of prime factors. So you write your 60. The number you're going to use, the smallest prime number is what? 2. 2 in 60 is going to give you what? 30. 2 in 30 is going to give you 15. Now, you have 15 now. Don't forget how we solved 15 before. Okay, so if you can still remember now, what are you supposed to do? You now divide 15 by 3, you get 5, and you divide 5 by 5, you're going to get 1. So let's express 60 as a product of prime factors now. Look at your screen. Okay, now you can see numbers that have appeared there. You have 2, and then you have 2, and then you have 3, and then you have 5. Okay, so expressing 60 as a product of prime factors, now we have 60 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, and that's your answer. But if they mention that you should express 60 as a product of prime factors in index form, then you go ahead and write what? 60 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 is equal to 2 raised to the power 2 times 3 times 5. Now the 2 raised to the power 2 has only been expressed in index form because 2 appeared twice. And so that is how you're going to put it down. If you were asked to what? Write it down in index form. Simple! So your final answer in index form is 60 is equal to 3 raised to the power 2 times 3 times 5. But if they don't ask you to put in index form, just write 60 is equal to what? 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for having me today. Until I come your way next time, you have a lovely day ahead of you. I remain Mr. Jerry. See you soon.